Welcome to MindNest podcast channel. Hopefully you are waiting for new videos. Don't forget to subscribe. I'm Grace.
And I'm Oliver. And today we're heading to one of the coldest, most remote places on Earth to uncover a truly bizarre and slightly gruesome sounding natural wonder.
That's right. We're talking about the blood falls of Antarctica.
It sounds like something out of a horror movie. A glacier that bleeds.
Exactly. When you see pictures, it's this stark, pristine white glacier, and pouring out of it is this deep, blood-red waterfall. It's an incredible sight.
So Grace, paint the picture for us. What exactly is happening here?
Okay, so imagine the Taylor Glacier in East Antarctica. It's a massive river of ice. And from one point, this 5-story tall stream of crimson liquid oozes out and stains the ice below.
Wow, 5 stories. And for the longest time, nobody knew why, right? What was the first guess?
The most popular early theory was that it was some kind of red algae.
That makes sense. You see that in other places, algae blooms that can turn water red.
Totally. It was a logical assumption. But when scientists were finally able to get samples and study it, they found that wasn't the case at all. The real answer is so much cooler.
Okay, I'm hooked. If it's not algae, what is it?
The source is a body of water that's been trapped underneath the Taylor Glacier for, get this, at least 1.5 million years.
1 million years? So there's a hidden lake under the ice.
Exactly. It's a subglacial lake, and because it's been sealed off from the atmosphere and sunlight for all that time, its chemistry has become very strange.
Right.
For starters, it's incredibly salty. It's a brine, much saltier than seawater, which is why it doesn't freeze even though the temperatures are well below zero.
Okay, so the salt explains why it's a liquid, but why is it red?
That's the best part. That ancient trapped water is full of dissolved iron that it leached from the bedrock below.
Aha, iron.
Yep. So this iron-rich water has been sitting in an oxygen-free environment for over 1 million years. When it finally finds a crack in the glacier and seeps out into the open,
it hits the oxygen in the air for the first time.
And what does iron do when it meets oxygen?
It rusts. So the waterfall is literally liquid rust?
That's it. The scientific term is oxidation, but yeah, the entire waterfall is just a flow of rusting salt water. The color is from iron oxide.
That is an amazing explanation. 1 million-year-old rusty waterfall. But I heard there's even more to this story.
Oh, there is. And this might be the most mind-blowing part. Scientists discovered that this ancient trapped lake is alive.
Alive? No way. How can anything live in total darkness with no oxygen and in water that salty and cold?
Right? It seems impossible. But there's a unique ecosystem of microbes, bacteria, that have evolved to survive in these extreme conditions.
So what do they eat? What do they breathe?
Well, they don't breathe oxygen, and they don't use photosynthesis from sunlight because there is none. Instead, they've developed a completely different way to get energy.
Okay, tell me.
They basically breathe sulfate, a mineral in the water, and eat the iron. It's a process called chemosynthesis. They're getting all their energy just from the strange chemistry of the water around them.
That's incredible. So it's a self-contained ecosystem that's been cut off from the rest of the world for 1 million years, running on a completely different biological engine.
Precisely. And that has huge implications for the search for life beyond Earth.
Of course. We talk about looking for life on Mars or on Jupiter's moon Europa, which is thought to have a massive ocean under an ice shell. Those are places without sunlight and with very little oxygen. If life can exist like this under a glacier in Antarctica,
then it could potentially exist in similar subglacial environments on other planets. Blood Falls is essentially a natural laboratory for studying how life might survive in these alien worlds.
Wow, so Blood Falls isn't just a weird, gory-looking spectacle. It's a time capsule.
It really is. A time capsule to an ancient world, powered by rust and filled with some of the toughest organisms on our planet.
And a potential roadmap for finding life elsewhere in the solar system. What an incredible phenomenon.
It truly is. Well, that's all the time we have for today's deep dive. Thanks for tuning in to MindNest.
Join us next time for another curious journey. And as always, keep exploring.